And now, we're back again with more Cobalt Core because I wanted Cobalt more. And we're doing our first books run.
Books.
Which is why I grabbed Perry and Riggs, so Fox has to voice everyone today.
Riggs.
Bonus, extra, like, how about this? Happy Boxing Day, everyone. Or if you're American, Happy Christmas.
It's Boxing Day!
It's Boxing Day!
Hey.
That's how you know we don't do any prep for this. Because if we had thought of that, we would have opened with Happy Boxing Day. Alright, we're gonna upgrade 2 randoms to Type A. Here we go. I see.
Free damage, you say?
I see.
Alright. Well, clearly they want you to do Riggs nonsense this round no matter what you would
I'm being induced. I'm sensing some Riggs nonsense.
Game has a type. Hey! Wow!
Books!
So this is what the inside of your ship looks like.
If you can't see it on the screen, Books has got...
She's got her little hands over the frame. She's breaking the fourth wall.
She's got her little feet on the frame. Yeah!
Can I press this button?
No! Wait, actually yes.
She's like a member of the crew already.
Alright, welcome to Books Cards.
I wonder what Books is. I mean, some kind of little mammal thing, but...
I was gonna say a possum, but that's just because my brain is like, well, that's a possum. But, like, I'm thinking like a...
Wouldn't put an Australian possum in it.
Well,
That's pretty unlikely.
I would be delighted if they put an Australian possum in it, but, like, you see what I mean? Like, she looks like a brushtail.
Most people not from Australia don't even know about Australian possums.
It's true.
They only know opossums.
Anyway, what Books has is this crystal shard mechanic. There are certain cards that will do things if you have shards to spend on them, and one of them is, for example, Mage Hand, which is both a shield and a level 2 attack if you have a shard. This whole economy and system of economies is like the incentive to play with Books. I've only ever really used it for 1 or 2 things that were completely broken, and only when the run was like, I can't do anything else but do something nuts with Books. Normally, like, when I was going through my run everyone on the hardest difficulty, Books' cards just got kicked out of the deck.
See. So, like, you really have to go hard into Books if you want it to work, probably.
Kind of. It's more that Books has powers that are interesting and flexible, and when I'm building a deck, I usually just want raw power to shove down my opponent's throat. So there's going to be some discrepancy there. Still, perfect opportunity to... well, here's the thing. Like, I could do this, or I could do this and have an extra point of dodge out of it.
Do they also upgrade to be free? Because that seems like it would be cool. I like this strategy! I'm slightly at a loss for what kind of voice to do for her, because you've been doing her up until now. But... oh, another one like the last one, where it was mostly Talen talking to himself.
And, like, there are worse things in the world.
I feel like this run is gonna be mostly me talking to myself.
Well, I've always got Cat.
That is true. And Cat does a lot of the NPC conversations, so...
This is reminding you, though, Books has an artifact, which is whenever you use a 0-cost card, copy it. Which has potential to be some good Riggs nonsense.
That's really good.
Alright.
I like that. Game?
Well, if it isn't my favorite little adventurer.
I'm Books!
Isn't she just delightful? Alright.
She has this excellent mystique of just doing her own fucking thing in this weird space.
Uh-huh. My man ship up ahead, and it's hailing us. Hey, free upgrades to 2 things. Scramble and draw shot. Sure. Scramble might be going away.
Why the fuck not? Aww.
Letting the AI go to sleep. We can get 3 repair stations on this one, so I guess that's what we're doing.
Which is more important now that we know that AI can't suffer.
Yeah. Thanks, game.
That's alright. I believe the crew will save us all.
Can I kill in this turn? No.
I don't know, do you have 3 drones that'll shoot twice? Pretty close.
Isaac in books is, like, as a character pairing, like, really sweet, because you know that they're both just such cinnamon rolls. Alright. You're gonna move out of the way of that.
Sometimes you just want a room full of bottoms.
You're not wrong. Alright. This sucks.
So when it's got that warning that it's gonna move,
Yep.
is that like you have to aim for where it's gonna be? Or
No, it just means that flat out, if it actually gets
it's gonna
shot at,
dodge?
it's just gonna dodge it.
Oh, that's ass.
Yeah, which is why you might notice I spent a lot of time doing nothing. Here's an example of a books card.
Launch an object from your missile bay.
All reliable.
Oh, neat. So it's like the asteroids, but you get a shard for them as well.
Uh-huh. And all reliable is
Oh,
buoyant, so you always get it in your first hand, and it exhausts. So every counter you get to start with this.
That, you remember at a point where I was talking about shit you could do in deck builders that really only works in digital? Brilliant example.
Buoyant.
Like, it's not like you couldn't do that in a physical game, but it would be very annoying because you'd have to go and seek out the card every time.
You remember Max having the thing that made the sticky note? That made it retain?
Yeah.
There's another artifact he has that gives the thing buoyant.
Nice.
Which, again, you can't do that. Mary.
I mean, once again, you kind of can, but it's not easy and it's less fun.
Alright.
I love to see the medium being used to full effect. Bang! So the glitchiness to the second screen that I watch on,
Yeah?
has created the very interesting effect of Riggs sort of having a worried downturn to her mouth. Kind of like a worried looking dog.
That's not
It's a
appropriate.
very odd look.
You know what? Hell, we're getting a missile bay armoring.
You're right. Sounds good, probably.
So many of our cards have been upgraded. By the way, one of the things that you can upgrade the Crystal Shard card to do is be buoyant.
Ah, it doesn't become free though.
No.
Bummer.
No. One of its big weaknesses. Alright, we're going to start removing cards.
I suppose upgrading cards is also a very good example of stuff that doesn't work well in physical deck builder.
You ever notice there's a lot of robots around here? Yeah, what about them? The civilization that built them. It died out long before any of us got here.
He's full of shit, isn't he?
All these ancient war machines, built to protect things long gone. Feel like we're trespassing. Wow. Yeah. Anyway, point is I already feel bad, so I won't feel worse for robbing you.
Look, weak spot!
She's right. Alright. Fine, I'll dodge. You see what I mean? Like, that just, like, kept firing. That was a lot of damage that we didn't take. And now I don't have any more attacks. Ow. Spike. Oh, so catch. This grabs an item out of the mid-row, stores it in your missile bay, and later on you can then spit it out again. So you can use this to swallow people's missiles and throw them back at them.
Oh, wow.
But
It's got retain.
yes, because like you might not need it. It'll hang around in your hand forever. Here's the thing about catch that I love. The thing I didn't know until I started this whole exercise of
and exhaust. That's fascinating.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, when you do it, it gives you another card called Release that lets you spit the thing back out. But here's the thing I didn't realize until I started on this expedition of doing all this game with you. You remember Sasha?
Yeah.
What do you think happens when you steal the football?
Do you get in trouble?
No! She's like, oh, well, I guess you win, kind of.
That's like the opposite of winning. That's like, oh, you ruined the game for everyone. Congratulations, champ.
That's not proper sports.
And when I say champ, I mean that in the offensive sense. That's me!
Also, notice that Books doesn't always have her paws on the rig.
Yeah.
Like, it's a sometimes thing.
That was special.
Like when she's looking around, and she's leaning forward excitedly.
Can't always break the UI.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta pretend like you have to obey the same constraints of reality as the other characters.
Alright. Ow.
Crystal takeover?
Yeah. It's been taken over by something.
Yeah, interesting. I never noticed that before.
Yeah, well, we're gonna take some damage here. No getting around it.
Yeah, it definitely feels like your deck is not quite rolling yet. It's got some momentum issues.
It's true. They do.
Kick their butt! Books. Language.
So good!
Oh, she does the glasses go opaque thing.
Yes! That's when you know you fucked up. Ow! Doing alright, okay. Sorry for going so quiet for all that. That's like really concentrating on like trying to work out like what's the correct approach here. And also, like being a little too sweaty about it, really, because like as you may have noticed, we get healed to that. Okay, so
That seems good.
overflowing power. This is an example of Books cards that enable Books bullshit. This card can be upgraded so that it gives you a maximum shard, goes up by 1, and it gives you a shard. And then for 4 shards, it gives you an overdrive. So if you, for example, can make your deck so you're holding all of your cards, Crystal Shard can just be spammed to pick itself back up, because it costs nothing. And
That sounds great, let's do that.
And then with Perpetual Motion Device, it can give you... No, not Perpetual Motion. With Boba Tea, it can give you a lot of evade, so you can use that to just go wherever you want. And then you can, like, basically bank a giant amount of shards, fire this off, and then just keep firing it off every turn, so your overdrive keeps going up. Because Power Drive is like... overdrive, but not. Power Drive lasts. Escalate is 1 turn.
Yeah,
Escalate will slowly wind down. Also, Medusa Field, you can use this to turn the soccer ball into a geode. And then if you blow it up, Sasha's like, oh well, you win.
It also sounds like you ruined the game. Sasha's very good-humored about that. I would be cross.
Hi there, Flywheel. Hi there, Books. Hi there, Flywheel. Hi there, Books.
Books not want to do flywheel?
We're gonna do infinite energy again.
Okay, great.
And infinite shards.
Hopefully we won't wind up with any scenarios where the best thing to do is just juggle a card.
Juggle a card, yeah. Alright. Keep rolling. Alright, 3 energy. Well, that's free. Yeah, I guess we're doing it this way. And I'm not firing off parry attacks, which make me feel very inappropriate. Parry is the security officer who doesn't have any insecurities, and I don't know why you'd bring it up.
Not seen any evidence of anything like that. No, certainly not.
Okay. So Flywheel means we're going to gain an extra point of energy doing that. And there's 3 cards left in the deck, so if I do that I should pick up Overflowing Power.
Oh, that's where shards go.
Yeah, there's this little slot here, which as you can see gets very silly looking.
Yeah, I keep expecting them to, like, appear in the field or something. So I've been watching this as though you've not been getting them at all.
Yeah.
Like, when do they happen?
So yeah, powered. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I think I'm happy with that. Now I just want to shrink the deck.
Another honorable duel! No hitting each other's weak points!
What's an E on weak?
Oh yes, I should pronounce that, shouldn't I? No hitting each other's weaker pointers!
I'm happy with accepting.
Yeah. Excellent! He's getting more sort of wheezy, like he's aging in real time.
Riggs, what did we just say?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to your dumb agreements.
Riggs, yon foul gremlin.
I did not notice that he fires swords.
He
until
fires swords. Sir Ratzo rules.
now. Can't dislike that.
And we're gonna take a punch in the face. Can't quite get to 4 points.
It's fine.
But there we go.
Well fought! I see this fight! Farewell!
Here's an example of a parry card. Endless Magazine. Every turn you get a free 0-cost attack.
Oh, dang. Alright. Sick. You just get a free damage every turn.
Just 1 damage every turn. And it costs no energy, which is... And the thing is, you can
Rules,
upgrade it
yeah.
so it doesn't exhaust. So you just keep getting more of them. So every turn it can be like, here are 4 extra attacks.
Shit.
I love Perry. She's so good. This is one of the better single examples of a books card, because if you for a start, it's a zero damage, 0 cost attack, which means that you can use this to pop missiles and stuff, and it will still work. But if you do have crystal shards, you can use it to.
Oh, it's a modal spell.
Yeah, it will flip between.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
All right.
It's very versatile, huh?
Yeah, there's so much flexibility with books, and it's, quite frankly, it's a nightmare. There's so much flexibility that it's very hard to know whether I'm on the right track with any particular build.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
On the other hand, I do know what to do here.
Seems like it was on the right track.
Alright, so 3 cards. We'll pick them back up, and that will get us draw shot back, which means if I do this, I should be able to pick up Crystal Shard again. Crystal Shard. Okay. So behold.
Ah, it has occurred!
As we engage in some malarkey, we are going to...
I feel like you're not going to have to do too much of this.
Yeah, well, this isn't exactly the scariest boss in the game. In fact, it will be faster to do it in a different way. So, Overflowing Power, Basic Shot. There are now 3 cards, which means if I do that, I will draw 3 cards. So I need to do Overflowing Power, Basic Shot, Draw Shot. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Boom. Overflowing Power, Crystal Shard, Crystal Shard.
You're just gonna have to end your turn because you needed to open the ship again.
And now, when every attack does 4 extra damage, it turns out it doesn't really matter if you're hitting a weak spot.
Oh, I got that dialogue wrong last time I read it. Riggs actually says the best defense is just like leaving, which is fair, yeah.
This is another example of like a really interesting flexible effect Books has. The first time you use a Crystal Shard, you get a Temper Shield. That's good. That's a good effect. Anyway.
Not that exciting compared to a lot of other stuff.
Because it's 1 point, because it's first time. Ironically, it's the point where where Books' design goes, well, let's not do something silly and unbound loopy.
Oh no, that would be terrible.
Which is, you might notice, where I have wound up going very much.
Let me just take a moment to appreciate how Wiggs'
We all appreciate wigs.
We love wigs.
Wigs is the best.
How Riggs' little ears flop.
But yeah.
Very
and
good.
like Riggs
Very
has,
good.
I think Riggs has a piercing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like visible in this. Oh, hello, Starnicle. Are we going to get to do some nonsense? We are.
Sick.
Okay.
Cthulhu was unprepared for my sweaty power game.
Oh, so sweaty, so powerful. Okay, so we need to do that, so we have the extra maximum capacity. We'll do that. Draw. Okay. Now we can Crystal Shard our way up to an extra point of energy. Fire off that. Basic shot. There's now 2 cards there, so we can draw. Crystal Shard our way up to another point of energy. And now it's basic, draw shot.
So sweaty.
Basic.
Actions are for people who brought a Riggs. Well,
Well, it's the best item there.
it's Stardog again.
Bounty targeted. Starting optimal engagement patterns. We can ignore this because our missile bay is armored and it's going to go boop and do -1 damage.
Ah, neat.
Okay. There are 2 cards left in the library, so if I do this, we should pick up all 3. That means we get Crystal Shard. Alright, let's get sweaty! Okay. Overflow power.
That's my secret talent.
I'm always sweaty!
I'm always sweaty.
What's the line? Don't sweat the petty things, don't pet the sweaty things. Okay,
That's good advice. You should not pet the fox. She'll probably bite.
it's true. She does. I think that was indeed the name of her website for a while there.
Still technically is, because boy, howdy do I need to update my website. That one doesn't even work properly on mobile phones. It's that fucking old.
Who's gonna look at a website on their mobile phone? What year do you think this is?
Wow, I can't tell how much of a joke you're making there.
I was making a joke about the fact that mobile phones were not an option when you first were making websites.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No.
Alright. We're going to upgrade Basic Dodge to be free, and at this point, I think Evil Riggs time.
Think you might let us through this time, Mr. Treat? Absolutely not.
Alright, here we go. And we're just going to do combo nonsense. We are just going to Prosbloom our opponent here.
Crossbloom?
Prosbloom.
Oh, that's a magic thing, isn't
That
it?
was one of the earliest magic combo decks. It was miserable.
Magic the Gathering.
Magic the Gathering. I don't want anyone to know that I might be a sweaty nerd who plays Magic the Gathering.
I mean, Books definitely plays Magic the Gathering.
Books plays Magic the real lifening.
It's true, she might have no use for card game versions of Magic, but still. I mean, she'd join the D&D game is all I'm saying.
Oh, absolutely.
Now that she has joined the crew.
She might be a little anxious when things got scary. Why did I say it that way?
I don't know.
What you're on?
I wonder if she'd be the type to just play it safe and be a wizard like she is normally. Or if she would be that exact opposite who's like, I am a tiny girl, and therefore I'm going to play the biggest, trollest, fighterous brute I am allowed to make.
Zap Frousdow, a reference 2 of the run.
No, bigger and dumber.
Each turn, the first turn, you play a 0-cost card, do its action twice.
Oh shit.
Hello, Zero Doubler.
That's the one we wanted.
That's the one that we wanted. It's better than these 2.
Yay!
Warp Mastery is pretty decent, but the thing is, Warp Mastery is like, it's peak dece. It's like a really decent artifact, but like if there's anything you can do that's like a combo or has anything interesting going on.
So it's one of those good fallbacks. Never bad.
Yep.
I actually find those to be some of the most interesting parts of game design.
Oh yeah, designing mid is very functionally challenging stuff.
Yeah.
I know that, like, one of the things for me that winds up being like my port of call when I'm trying to do things that are meant to live in a middle space is I will almost always go to higher order mathematics, like number theory and things like procedural generation, because it's very hard to know what the middle of a game like actually feels like if you're not if the game doesn't really exist yet.
Gotcha.
And the result means that, like, to use an example, I talk about this with my friend Decay, but there is a game called Bonanza, which, just get it out of the way because it's very valid, it's a complaint that Fox has very much expressed. Bonanza looks like ass. Like, visually, Bonanza is one of the ugliest games I own and do genuinely think of as a good game. It's not like Cockroach Poker, where like the whole thing, Cockroach Poker, is trying to look like, ooh, it's grumbly, gross thing.
It's still quite charming, though. It's got a certain Louis the Fly kind of appeal to it.
Yeah. Whereas, like, no two ways about it. Cockroach Poker just looks like butts. We might be pivoting.
You meant Bonanza looks like butts, right?
Yeah, Bonanza looks like butts. We're doing the extraplanar entity, zipping through this one.
Oh, nothing this time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, aquatic life form. Okay.
Does this one give you visions of the void? So this one is like a lot more scary than Hermit Crab Cthulhu.
This one puts terror in.
Okay. Yeah, that seems about right. Like, this one's actually kind of spooky.
Yeah, it's quite horrifying looking.
Almost like anglerfish are fucking horrifying.
It's true, they are. She's right to warn you. But,
we're ready, says Books. No, still drawing, says Talen.
Still drawing tons and tons of cards. The nature of Bonanza is that under the hood, like, Bonanza was someone's PhD thesis. Like, Bonanza is just like a really complicated mathematical like puzzle of a game design. Let's see, how much are we looking for? 21 damage. We're doing.
So that's why it's so mechanically robust.
Yeah. Because and like the nature of the way Bonanza works is because it's effectively a negotiation game, and you're trying to make it so that you want the game to work with as few with you want to make sure that there's always a reason that any given card revealed to all players. When you have 3 players, one player can look at the card and go like, oh, okay, I know what I value that at, but I can't know what that other player and that other player value that at based on the information in my hand. Right. And that's like the fundamental difficulty of Bonanza. And that's why, like, mathematically, it's balanced like a sword. It is such a complex game. But like, some designers never ever touch on that kind of thinking. They're just like, no, I'm gonna eyeball it. You brave idiot soul.
I mean, that's something you can afford to do when you have a volume of playtesting.
It's true, and like when the actual single game is your PhD thesis. But now, more importantly, Dillian's back.
Might attack you guys for piracy reasons this time. Trying that out.
You're a pirate too?
I'm trying it out. I just said that.
Since we first started doing this, I have talked to Eden about this character and gotten the response of, yeah, but that guy rules. Oh, that's right, we've got Perpetual Motion Machine. Oh no, we're gonna do some bonkers stuff.
Time to play how many free cards can we draw?
Enough to kill!
More like Killian. Well, that's just also a name.
Killian is also a name. A Welsh name, if I remember correctly.
Oh, Gemma. It's been a while since we've seen Gemma.
Uh-huh. There's a chance this will not get us draw shot, but it does. Okay, we're good. Okay, so we have one card there, one card there. Okay, so now we've picked up our deck. Okay, so we can do basics, multiply, draw. Escalate, basic, draw. Escalate, basic, draw. Escalate, basic, draw. Look at that, we're doing Riggs and Perry nonsense again.
Oops. What's Glissade?
Where? Oh, Glissade.
I remember that one.
We got a card from the Perry artifact, Premeditation. A Glissade is a swift sideways movement. I want to say it's from figure skating.
She picked that name herself.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, as the person who will occasionally say salutations to Cleo without receiving that.
There we go. That wasn't bad for a first turn.
Just scoot out the way. Boop, boop. Yak! I don't know what she's yucking about, but I felt the need to say
The corrode.
it. Ah.
The corrode effect makes her go, yak! Oh, Grimoire. Gain a crystal shard on the first turn of combat.
Oh, sure. I mean, why not?
Yeah, it beats. Actually, no, Daka Drum is better for
That's
us
really good, yeah.
because every time we loop Escalate, we're getting that.
Drawing so many stupid cards.
Books.
I'm Books.
She's so good. Okay, yeah, we need to get rid of one of you.
Oh.
I think we get rid of Overflowing Power.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would not have imagined that was the choice.
We have Escalate. I'm going in! Don't wait up!
No.
Wherefore we make creature that capable of pain. That was a sentence.
I mean, we all knew what you meant. And that's what words are for.
Escalate. What am I doing? Basic draw. Now we're just going to Crystal Shard a couple of times to get our energy reserves back up. God,
You're
Flywheel.
like not using the shards for anything anymore, are you?
Nope. Sorry, Books. But you gave me something broken, and I'm gonna use it that way. Okay, escalate. Oh yes, that's close because we're getting chip shots now, which adds to the math.
Gruesome.
Escalate, basic. Yeah. Thanks, Books.
Sorry, final boss. Turns are for people who brought her rings.
You are growing stronger. Who shall it be this time?
Time for books.
Time for Books. Here you go.
Oh, they're little crystals still. Hello, I'm Books.
Books? Your timeline is not damaged in the slightest. Why are you here?
I like to be helpful.
That is very kind of you. Will you bring me the others?
Yes, ma'am. Wow! I did not expect that. That's so neat.
Isn't Books perfect? and
So good. Also, this backs me up that the entity is Cleo.
But also there's a degree to which the whole
Cleo
thing
is
like
cat.
charm is a very hard thing to nail down. The fact that we just went, okay, I'm going to click this option, and the game went no, and then it did something to explain why no, and then didn't go, all right, and you've wasted your opportunity because you chose Books. The fact that it's now able to go like pick one of the other two, you'll get their timeline.
And that gets to reinforce Book's personality as well.
Yeah, it's such a good game. All right, who you want?
Well, this is tricky. I guess Riggs would have been next on the
Yep.
list if we hadn't brought Books.
No Tail.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I feel like we can't derive anything from Tail. Anyway, hey, can I get a burger and a large soda?
In this realm, all things are possible.
Ooh. Wow! Alright, I'm gonna head out.
Do you not have any questions?
Aw, me? Nah, all good, all good. In fact, this little memory thing, no pass.
If your memories are not restored, you will be severed from the time stream.
Oh, that seems bad. Oh! No, it's bad.
Literally what you just said.
Yeah!
It is.
So good.
T minus 98 days. Yeah, put that crate over here.
You got it, bud. What's all this stuff for, anyways?
We're not allowed to talk about it with you.
You shouldn't even be this far into the ship. Well, I'm on into a finally earned your trust. You haven't. Ah. But no one else is certified to drive this forklift.
Which shows that Riggs, your girl, is forklift certified.
Yeah. Got it. Alright, that's done. I better get headed back. Launch request denied. Huh? Dizzy's making tacos tonight. Stay a few hours. Okay.
Little smile.
Yay! Yay! I love them all.
They're so good.
They're so good. In retrospect, it should have been a giveaway. The books doesn't appear on this memory recovery tracker.
They could have changed it. They could have added another one. It's like there's the thing with a digital interface is there's no way to know.
True.
They could absolutely do that to you.
But then you'd have to, in order to fit more in, you'd have to shrink it, and you don't want to shrink the pixel art. That would be terrible. Future.
This has been here the whole time. Alright. Well, that was more Cobalt Core. Did we unlock anything new? I don't think we did. I think we're all good. But,
We unlocked Riggs' memory, too.
which means whatever run we do next, just for evening out the memories, it's got to be a Perry run.
It's true.
Alright. We shall see y'all probably not tomorrow, but the day after. We'll see.
We'll find out.
Look.
I hope everyone enjoyed that as much as I did.
The early parts of this playlist are gonna be like, we're in far off January now, and then we decided to change that while we were recording this. And people like, what the hell?
Like the time stream is full.
Yes, you see. Yes, that's smart. We're gonna
Yeah,
reschedule it.
yeah.
So and then when
It's meta.
and then afterwards, I'll change the upload dates so that they're all in reverse order.
You know, that's extremely boring.
Not gonna do that. Anyway,
Extremely boring. Extremely tedious is what I meant to say.
and probably won't do anything.
Way too much work.
That would work on a WordPress site because those are good, but not on YouTube. Anyway, bye.
Bye.